Well, good morning everybody. This is Capri in Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. Here to bring you a video that I promised you about a month ago. By the way, I am so sorry it took me so long. About mining. And in this video, this is particularly exciting. I made over 1,000,000 gil by leveling mining, and I'm not even 50 yet. I have a lot of things I want to talk about in this video, so I'm sure you will not mind a little bit longer video, considering that I'm going to tell you how to make 1,000,000 gil just by farming. Imagine what my crafting videos are going to be like. The first thing I want to talk about is the difference between being a farmer and being a rich farmer. And that is, do not be desperate for gil. With desperation comes tragedy. The second thing to think about when you're trying to be a successful farmer is learning how to time your merchandise. If you've watched my botany videos, you will know that I like to farm items in 5 stacks or 1 row at a time. But that does not mean I list the entire supply at one time. And the last thing I would like to talk about before I go into exactly what I farmed is don't list items when they drop too low or they go below what they typically sell for. Only list items at their normal prices or higher. Okay, now for the farming part. The very first thing I did when I set out on my mining adventure was I farmed shards. Shards are an excellent baseline, and to be honest, you can make 1,000,000 gil just on shards. The 4 highest priced shards on my server are conveniently located right outside of Ul'dah, and these are the fire, the wind, the water, and the lightning shards, and they are available as low as level 1. If you are interested in selling ice and earth shards as well, those are conveniently located outside of Gridania by Botanist, and they can be accessed as soon as level 1. So when I was leveling, I gathered up about 600 to 700 of each type of shard. Continue farming if you want. I went ahead and tried to speed level a little bit by farming the copper and the iron and stuff. In essence, what I was doing was I was aiming to get to level 16 because at level 16, you diversify your market. To be specific, at level 16 as a miner, you open up the regent called Alumen. Alumen is one of those staple items used by leather workers, and the leathers that are made by it are not only staples for leather working themselves, but also for carpenters and armorsmiths and other professions. Alumen is a market that goes multiple ways, let's put it at that. Next on the list of items that I spammed out while making my 1,000,000 gil is Effervescent Water and Silver Ore. Effervescent Water is mostly used by alchemists to make natron, which is an amazing market. And, you know, it's used for a couple other recipes as well. Silver Ore is used by goldsmiths to make silver ingots, which is used for jewelry, for leaves, and for spirit bonding and leveling. And these items you open up at level 21. The next item on the list to talk about is Bomb Ash. Bomb Ash gets opened up at level 26 miner, and it is an item that is used by armorsmiths and blacksmiths to make steel ingots. Steel is an amazing market, both the product and the refined material, as well as the raw Bomb Ash. Along with the Bomb Ash, you also need iron ore, but that can be purchased at at one of the merchants near the Blacksmiths Guild in Limsa Lominsa. The next item on the list to talk about is Mythril Ore, which is opened up at level 31. Mythril Ore is used to make mithril ingots by goldsmiths, blacksmiths, and armorsmiths. It is a staple for leveling for all 3 of those professions. At level 36, you open up Black Alumen. Black Alumen serves the same purpose as aluminum does, but it's a higher level. And then next on my agenda to talk about is Electrum Ore. Electrum Ore you open up at level 41 miner, and this is the highest level ore that is actually worth something, and you can spam this until 50 if you want. And the last item I would like to discuss is Siltstone. Siltstone is not an obvious moneymaker, so it has less competition than the other items that I listed off before. However, this is an item that you need to be cautious with listing, and this is the perfect example of timing your merchandise. When you list more than 1 or 2 stacks at a time, even on a high population server, you risk crashing the market because it does not sell as frequently as the other items. Okay, so those were the primary things that I farmed. Every time I logged on to farm, I was aiming to replenish my supply on any one of those. I always had a supply of something on my character every time I logged in as well. That is because I wanted to make sure that whenever there was a flex in the market, I was prepared. Also, since I only farmed a few hours a week, I did not mind being undercut, and I purposely overcut most of the time. Usually everything sold even at the higher prices while I was at work because the cheaper items had sold, leaving mine to be the cheapest. And the last thing I would like to discuss is really take it easy and have fun. This is the most important part. There are so many videos out there about undercutting, competition, farming as fast as possible, run, 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 run. And to me, when I farm, it is my me time. This is when I relax, I get my coffee. I have plenty of other hectic stuff going on, raiding and work and 4 kids to raise. My farming, it is my time out. Another thing about all of this crash farming and other videos is that you risk burning out and getting discouraged. Remember what I said before, desperation leads to frustration, desperation leads to tragedy. Okay, time for the recap. We're going to be farming shards, aluminum, Effervescent Water, silver ore, bomb ash, Mythril Ore, black aluminum, Electrum Ore, and Siltstone. Every time you log on, seek to replenish the supply of whatever you're running low on. Don't be afraid to overcut. In fact, you want to be paid for your time, so overcut away. Have fun, take it easy, and be prepared for the market to flex. And that is how you make 1,296,000 gil. Alright, I would like to thank you for watching my video. Please comment, subscribe, and come back when I start pushing more videos more consistently about farming spurts.